All right, so I'm up here rebooting my my PS4 because we had it in the other room, and I unplugged it without turning it off first. So I got to go through this whole boot up screen over here. So we got a lot to talk about, especially with overseas, and there's a good chance we may not be shipping overseas anymore due to the fact that it is not. I don't mind shipping stuff for free overseas. All right, I get pretty good shipping deals with companies we deal with, but it's individuals that basically are doing things and a wrongful matter that made us come to this decision. Keep in mind, my business has been around for over 12 years. So we've been shipping for free for 12 years. But when we get to a point where it gets like this, we don't have a choice but to take these precautions. Now, we provide you tracking number, tracking information. I gotta get this thing hooked up too. Hold on for a minute. I'm over here trying to figure out where my controls at. We provide detailed tracking information, whether we ship you by FedEx or whether we ship you by United States Postal Service. You do receive tracking information. Keep in mind, overseas shipping is very costly. Like I said, I have no problem taking money out of my pocket. I've done things where I've gone over and beyond and lost money on a deal because I wanted to see if a customer would get his product. So I've lost money shipping things overseas and taking money out of my own personal pocket to make sure a package got there on time for a customer. But the part that's pretty much making us come to this decision is the reason why we provide you with tracking information, the reason why we provide you with this information, because keep in mind, we have customers overseas that are fantastic, but we're losing too much money overseas. And I'll tell you why. Because instead of that person going in and saying, okay, he's giving me tracking information, let me go in, go to FedEx, go to UPS, wherever we ship it by, let me check the tracking number with this particular company and track down my package. They get impatient. They don't want to wait. It takes so long to ship a package overseas. They get impatient and then they go to PayPal and it's okay, I'm going to file a complaint against them and say, I have not received my item. Even when the package clearly shows it's in transit. So you're filing a complaint against us because your package is not there fast enough. Instead of you contacting FedEx or UPS or any of the shipping carriers that we have shipped it out to with the tracking number we have provided for you, instead of you contacting, hey, I'm looking for this particular package. This is my track record. This is usually what I do. If I buy something from Amazon, I don't contact the seller. I contact the carrier because the carrier is the one that has my package. I'll contact them and say, hey, look, this is my tracking number. Do you know where this is at? Do you know how long it's going to get there, where it's being destination? And I'll get that information from them. I'm not going to bother the shipper, the seller. He's already done his job. He shipped out my package, gave me a tracking number. My next step is to go in and contact the individuals who have the item. Not go back and hit a complaint against the seller because the package is not there soon enough. Keep in mind, you didn't pay for any shipping. Shipping came free. So that's like a $62 shipping charge or $72 shipping charge that I paid for, came out of my profits, so you can get a package shipped overseas for free. And it's really a slap in the face to us and our company when people do this kind of stuff. When they come and go, oh, we're just going to file a charge. Now, keep in mind, we win the case either way. And I'll tell you why we win the case. Because we can show proof that we shipped it. We can show proof that the item is in transit. But even though that money is going to come back on our account, it's money that's put on hold for the time being until the item reaches destination. And that's the reason why we are not going to be shipping overseas anymore. That's going to be gone. Now, keep in mind, this is not set in stone yet. Anybody who has placed an order, your item's still going through regardless. Because I honor my agreements either way. Cost me money or not, I honor my agreements. So if you placed an order already, it's still shipping overseas, you'll still have it. You'll just be the only one that'll have that technology because nobody else will have it. Nines, whatever. Now keep in mind, this is with us for right now. Now, as for the contract distributors who we have contracts with, that's up to them. We can't say anything about that. They have global contracts. If they want to ship overseas, they can ship anywhere they want. It's up to them on how they deal with it. But on our behalf, we may be eliminating that altogether due to the fact that we need customers that are overseas. Now, keep in mind, I have good ones. It's not everybody. I don't everybody thinking we're just singling out the whole group of everybody overseas. That's not true. We have customers that are very patient, communicate with us. They take their tracking information, but we just have too many that are doing this over and over and over again. And I'm like, good gracious, just check the tracking information. Contact the shipper. talk to them. They have your package. This is why we give you tracking information so you can track down your item. Not come at us, as we're supposed to be able to increase the speed limit on a package to make it to its destination. And that's where it becomes unfair. So you get mad because keep in mind, we're in the United States. You could be Europe, France, whatever. It takes time your package to get there. So instead of you being patient and checking that tracking number and contacting the carrier, you come after us. So now because of this, we are going to eliminate probably around, I say this is already February. So probably around near the end of February, they will eliminate all overseas orders will not be available on the website anymore. It'll all United States only. I'm sorry, but we're just losing too much money by people that are impatient and they just don't want to check those tracking numbers. And for instance, I'll tell you something right now. For instance, I'm not naming names. We just had a case just a few minutes ago with the projector was on. When we used to do projector packages are only available within the United States because they're very expensive to ship. We had somebody order a projector from us. It was for a church. We let it go. We paid for the shipping. That shipping cost me, keep in mind, if I didn't have the account that I have with FedEx, it would cost me $800 to ship that package over there. But because I had a discount with FedEx, I was able to do it for $200. So it's $200 still more out of my pocket that I paid for this item to get there. I even sent an email. He apologized because he didn't realize, he didn't read to the bottom. We don't ship them overseas. I said, not a problem. We'll ship it to you anyways for a church. We spent $200. We sent it over there. Projector we get to FedEx to ship the package off. Because of where his country is located, it doesn't come up on FedEx's ship information to where they can ship it to. So there's two particular hubs that they can ship it to. So we contact the customer. We tell them, look, we can't ship it to your address, but there's two particular hubs we can ship it to. So they agree to it. They agree, okay, you can ship it to this one over here. All right, so that's done. We go back to FedEx. We minus the gas money we're spending back and forth. So we go back to FedEx and we send them, we ship it to the area where they want it shipped to. It gets there. Now we have a confirmed delivery date when the package got there. Not only confirmed, but the particular hub had them sign for the item before they could take it. So we have a signature showing that the customer signed for the item and basically was at that particular location, picked it up. His complaint that he filed against us that he did not receive it. He filed a have not received item with a signature attached to it. So this is where things get a little hectic here, because then he turns around and he goes, well, it wasn't shipped to my address, and therefore that makes the tracking number invalid. This is kind of nonsense you deal with in business. So because his address did not show up in FedEx's books from where we can ship it to the log files, and we had to ship it to a different hub so he could pick up his item for his church, he turns around and says, well, it wasn't shipped to my address, so that tracking number is not invalid. Little does he know, and does not remember, he was a man of God. He would have honored that agreement. We had a conversation with him. And in that email conversation, we came back to him and said, hey, look, we can't ship it to your address. It doesn't exist. Where can we ship it to? FedEx has given us two hubs that we can take it to. Which one do you want to take it to? He emails us back and says, I want to ship to this so-and-so. And so it's okay. We can go over and pick it up. No problem. My friend, we forward that over to PayPal. PayPal has a copy of that conversation we had of you giving us the okay to send it to that particular item. So I'm very upset that you tried to, number one, take our money, and number two, tried to take a very expensive projector, which was one of the Sony DPL FH30s. Now, this is where we have those complications. One of the complications that we have, when you deal in business, you're going to deal with people like this all the time. You're always going to deal with somebody that's always going to try to pull the wool over top of your heads. But with one of the problems, the main problems that we're having is the fact that customers overseas have to understand it takes time for a package to get here. With the United States, it's 2 to 3 because, we're here in the United States. Like if you're over in Europe and if you buy something over in Europe, it's going to be shorter distance time for you to get it over there. For us, it's going to take 14, maybe 3 weeks or so forth just to get that item over here. So instead of me going in and filing a complaint against you, I need to go and talk to the shipper or the carrier who has my item because you provided me the tracking information. You have done your job correctly. And that's where we're having the problem at. Because I have 3 complaints on my account because 3 different customers sat there and said they did not receive their items, and each one of those items show that they are transit, which means you have to contact the carrier. You have to ask them, hey, this is my tracking number provided by the seller, and you have to give it time. But because of the impatience and people basically filing these complaints against our company, we are removing it for good. Keep in mind how many companies out there are going to ship you merchandise for free overseas. And the one company that does, they abuse it. So that's it. I'm tired of taking money out of my pocket. I'm tired of basically losing money here and there because we're trying to do things by the book, we're doing things correctly, and we're trying to do things nicely by giving you free shipping. And it's done. And I feel sorry for those of you that have not done this to us. Those of you who have been amazing customers, because we do have amazing overseas customers that are freaking amazing. We love you guys, but it just costs us too much money. It's the funny thing about it, most people want to ship overseas because it costs too much money for shipping. It doesn't cost as much because we have huge contracts with shippers. Like UPS, I have a contract with UPS, I have a contract with, I get a 75% discount on freaking FedEx. A lot of people don't know that, but I do. 75% discount. So I can ship stuff all over, pretty much for nothing. So that's why for 12 years, we've been shipping stuff all over the world for free. We have very good discounts. And instead of me sitting there saying, oh, no, you got to pay for this. No, we pay for it for free. Free shipping right over to your country. So, it's a shame we have to come down to this line, but it's a shame because we just have impatient customers that will not honor that agreement. And we have to think, if we're losing money on this and we're not making enough money overseas, then something has to go and they're going to have to eliminate it. So I'm sorry, I really am. I'm sorry. We've been doing this for 12 years. We've never had these problems like this, but so I'm sorry. That's all I can say is I'm sorry. But it has to be done. Like I said, because we'll see what happens. We'll see if this message gets across and we can get these individuals to stop prematurely doing this dumb nonsense. If they happen to listen, if they don't, then we just follow through with it. And that means if you go to shopping cart, if you order anything from that shopping cart, your money will automatically be returned back to your PayPal or your bank. It will not go through. If you do it, as of today and as of now, any orders that come, we won't be shipping out after that. I'm sorry, but it has to be done because, like I said, we're losing too much money. We make more money in the U.S. than we make overseas. We make a lot of money in the U.S. We make a good enough of money overseas. I mean, within the United States, it covers just about any form of shipping cost that's sent overseas. But like I said, now this will not carry out 2 contracts that we signed into. We signed into now 3 different contracts. Those distributor contracts are global. So either way, the product is still going to be activated within your country because they are planning to actually take it overseas. That's what a global contract does. But that's them. That's not us. Once that contract kicks in, you won't be able to buy from the website either way. You would have to go through those particular distributors or suppliers to get it from them. Then they would make it available. But as of now, while we are still in control, that may be opt out. So, like I said, the disputes aren't hard for us to fight. We have money to cover them. We have money on backup. We have money insurance to back up just any form of dispute that pops up on our account. Not a problem. We're supposed to have that in business anyway. You'll always have extra funds set aside to take care of those situations that may pop up like that. So we're not worried about that. We're just concerned and upset to the fact that we talk to these customers and say, look, just check your tracking information. Because if I buy something off Amazon or I buy something off eBay, I'm not coming at the merchant. The merchant's already done his job. He sold me the item. I bought it from him. He gave me a tracking number. And if I can't find the package, then I just go through United States Postal Service, whoever the carrier he sent it to, and I'll track it down through them. Why bother him? He's already done his job. And why even file a complaint against him? I have never filed a complaint against a merchant once he's provided a tracking number. No point. He's already done his job. So I think that's pettiness right there. So like I said, because of that pettiness, that's the reason why those shopping carts will only be United States only. Because, like I said, it takes time. You got to understand, it takes time. It's traveling overseas. You know, pretty sure if you order something and you're in Europe and you order something from your location, of course it's going to be there in time. If I'm here in the United States and I order something from Japan, it's going to take time to get here. I'm not expecting for it to get here 2 to 3 business days, unless they got some amazing freaking shipment. Or I'm paying extra money for, I'm paying $100 or $200 to have it shipped in overnight, or $300 or $1,000. It's a shame you got to come down to stuff like this, man. But, you know, like I said, you don't really have much of a choice. You don't have much of a choice. You don't. So we're going to mark a date. And like I said, we're going to see exactly how things go. This is just like I said, it's an announcement. It's not anything set in stone yet. So let's see if we can basically work around this problem and get this known that, you know, we have enough stuff on the website. You ever see my website shopping carts? There's a ton of freaking information there, a ton. We have buyer's remorse policies. We have freaking return policies. We have projectors we do not support. All this information is in these shopping carts. I had a guy one time from PayPal saying, good God, you have a lot of stuff in your shopping carts for customers. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff in there for you to read through before you get. And you have to remember, it's going to take time for your package to get there. If you prematurely come at us and say, hey, look, you know, I'm going to file a complaint against you because I have not received, and your package clearly shows it's in transit, you know how dumb that sounds? Your package is in transit, and you're filing a have not received from us. So you're blaming us for the fact that we don't have control over whatever shipping carrier that's not sending it fast enough to you. I've dealt with this for quite a long time. Like I said, I've been in business for about 11 or 12 years. I've dealt with this for quite a long time. And the fact that, like I said, I paid additional money out of my pocket for customers so they can get their packages on time. You always have a few bad apples that always spoil the bunch. Your mom always say that. You always got a couple bad apples that spoil the bunch. I don't know where in the world, I don't get it. I just don't understand it. Like I said, if I order something overseas, I'm not expecting to get it overnight. I'm expecting at least maybe like 2 weeks or maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, I might get that item. I order from Light in the Box all the time. I know when I order from Light in the Box, it takes about almost a month for me to get items from them. So I know that from the door. That's what I'm going to get from them. It's going to take some time to get there. But I'm not going to file a chargeback on or basically file a complaint against the merchant. The merchant did his job. The merchant sold me the item. I did the transaction. He provided me a tracking number. Now my job is to take that tracking number and contact whatever shipping carrier that has it and talk to them because they have my packages in transit. So I'll show you right here. Now, this is our website right here. All right. And our website, if you click on any one of these shopping carts, a ton of information will pop. You see all this information in here, information that we provide for our customers to read through before making that transaction. Everything's in here. No one can ever say in any of our in this website that we have not provided any information. I have some people saying, oh, well, there was anything in there. So we have tons of video demonstrations, live demonstrations, paint-on demonstrations, customer demonstrations. I do more live demonstrations than most people. I love doing live demonstrations. I've done so many different live demonstrations on so many different painting applications, it's not even funny. See all that information there? That's all the information in there about our product. More than any other website I've been through. It's everything in there you could possibly read. It shows exactly the lumen counts that you can use, what projectors we support, when the projectors activate outside. All that information's in there. But people don't take the time to read through this. They click the shopping cart out. I had somebody, they bought our product and they had a knockoff projector. It clearly reads right here. We have a statement right here. We show a list of projectors on our website that we do support. It's right there. Please read. Bold writing. Projectors, we do not support with projectors. Why we don't support false fake projectors. And these are the lists of projectors at the bottom that we show you we support. Now, we have customers, not saying all of them, we have some customers that'll come in and buy the projector and have some projector. I said, what's the name of your projector? And they'll be like the PR578. Well, what the freak is that? That's not even anything I never even heard of. So automatically, I know it's a fake. What's your lumens on your projector? Because usually the lumens on the projectors are extremely high. With lumens, oh, it's 5,000 lumens, 4K. $250 for it. Fake. I know it's a fake right from the door. So I know they're not going to work. Did you read the policy on our website that says we do not support fake projectors? Did you see your projector on the list? It's right there. If your projector is not on that list, we advise you do not buy the screen paint. Advise you. I've made video demonstrations on buying showing you why they do not work on our technology, showing you these videos. And I said at the end of the day, I have bills to pay just like everybody else. All right. But at the end of the day, I would rather we lose a sale than sell you something that's not going to work on it with our product. I will turn down your order. Now, keep in mind, I'm doing you a big favor because it's not going to work. I'm not going to sell you something for the sake of selling you something, knowing it's not going to work. I will turn you down. Now, keep in mind, if you need another solution, I will help you with that. I will take time out of my day, and I've done this. I'm a very busy person, but I've taken time out of my day to track down local merchants that I've done business with on eBay. You know, I buy a lot of my stuff off eBay. I have certain merchants that I deal with. I'll track one of them down and say, hey, look, I got a customer of mine. He got a fake knockoff projector. He wants a certain projector. I will find you a good deal, send you the link. Because any customer can vouch, I've done this. Send you the link and say, hey, you could buy it from them. I buy it from them all the time because I do unboxings on this particular company. So now you got verification that I buy a lot of projectors off eBay, and people say, where do you get these deals from? I'll hook you up one of these deals so you can get that projector for a good price. And that way you can utilize the screen paint. Instead of saying, you're lost, you're screwed. Excuse my French. You're done. You have to deal with it. That's not my problem. No, I'll help you with that. Find a better projector than that, whatever you got caught up in. And if you got the projector new, if you still have it, if it's still within its timeline, send it back. But we have all this information here. Over here, we have certain types, not certain type of projectors. We have right here, we have people using the screens in direct sunlight. What does it say right here in bold writing on the website? Do not use in direct sunlight. Right there on the page. It tells you the activation time of when the projector will fire up. We had a customer get upset with us one time because he said, well, I got the screen outside and it's not pulling an image. So what time is the screen outside? I have it outside at 8. We had it 8 o'clock in the morning. It was sitting in direct sunlight. I said, did you read the policy on the website for purchasing? It says, do not use in direct sunlight. Anytime I've done a demonstration, I've never had sunlight directly hitting the screen. I'll sit there and show you my camera and say, look, this is the time we're outside. We're at 4 to 5. The only time you see me doing demonstrations at 8 is when it's around cloudy outside, because screens do pull a better image when it's cloudy outside. And then it requires a certain lumen count of projector, 3,000 lumens and up. Can't go outside with a 1,500 lumen projector and expect to pull an image on a screen outside that's not designed for it. So this is why all of this information is in here, to give you everything that you need to know. And right, it's not in bold writing, it's not in tiny itsy bitsy writing, so you can't see it. Everything is in the open for you to read. Can't get any more honest than that. I've seen websites where they have this little tiny writing right here in the corner. You don't even see that crap. No one sees that. You don't see it. You're too busy looking at the pictures and stuff like this, and we have it right under the shopping cart. Please read. Please read. Bold writing. Please read. Bold writing. All the way down. Read through this policy. We're not hiding anything from you at all. Not one thing. We have here on the website, you can come through here, you can click on all of these actual pages, video demonstrations. We have customer demonstrations. Knock yourself out. We have tons of demonstrations on just about everything you can think of. Where everybody doing demonstrations in the morning hours. Outside doing a panel demonstration. I can show you the difference between my technology and against any high performance screens. I've done them live already. Up here with a few global contracts on the desk now. This is why. Because we're upfront and honest about it. But like I said, that nonsense with that complaint as saying that, oh, I haven't received the item, and you know darn well it's in transit, why would you go back and file a complaint against me knowing that the item is in transit? You got to give it time to get there. My goodness, man. I'm sorry. Like I said, I hate to go down this road, but last night I had to make that decision. I had to pray on it. I had to make that decision. It's a decision I didn't want to make. And keep in mind, I'm paying for this out of my own pocket. You're not paying anything for overseas shipping. Not a dime. We pay for everything. And consider the fact that from US to here, a medium-sized flat rate shipping box cost me minimum $62. Minimum 62. Once it hits certain countries may jump it to 72. Some have jumped it to 82. Some have jumped it to $100. That's a medium-sized box shipping to a country for $100. I pay it because my agreement was I'll ship it to you free anywhere in the world. But when I have individuals that come in and they hit our accounts with, oh, I haven't received it yet, and we're showing you that. Oh, thank you. I finished it off today. Let me get off of that because, like I said, let me get off of that. We moved on from there. There we go. I finished it off today. I'm not done yet. I got the rest of the leads done. Thank you so much. I got the rest of the leads done, but I still got this part to do. So I'm putting chasers in here. So the chaser, if anybody knows what chasers are, those are the lights that actually stack up. They do like kind of a Pac-Man display, like a really cool display. That's next. We're doing those next. So that will be for next week. But so far, I ran everything through. Even got it. Gotta back up here a little bit. Even got it under the desk. And then we got the closet, the doors. It's actually all the way down here too. Got it down there. So all down here. It comes back up this side right here. Comes it back down here. And then we got it going back and forth, zigzagging across here. And then it comes all the way down to the floor. All the way down to the floor. Comes back around here. It's all back there. And then we have, oh man, the big boy light down. It's a bigger light down there. Bigger, yeah, it's a bigger light down there. It actually glows this up. Where's that? I'm looking for that. Yeah, so, okay. We have, now mind you, I don't want to set this in stone, and I really don't. And I really want to continue shipping overseas, and I really do. I like to ship overseas. I like that. I like my customers overseas. I really do. Let me just see something for a minute. We got a light here. It's not. One of my lights are not clicking on. Give me a minute. I got to unplug this thing for a minute. One of these has to be unplugged. It's conflicting with the main lights. Nope, it's not on. I got it on side and plugged in. Let me see. All right. Bear with me for a minute. Something's not coming on. Like I said, a big boy lights back here. And they're supposed to be on, but for some reason, we don't have the power to these bad boys. Nope, not coming on. So I had a bar light put back here because I wasn't getting enough light from the lights in the back. It was a giant bar light that I had back here, but for some reason it's not cutting on, and don't know why it's not cutting on. I'm just sitting here checking on my switches, seeing why this is not coming on. It's the main light. All right. Yeah. I can't believe we lost power to this baby. I gotta order another one. Mother chicken. So yeah, I have a main bar light back here. Hold on, you can stare at the screen over there. One of the most brighter lights that we have behind the back of the screen, and it's not pulling up anything at all. It's supposed to be on. I was wondering why I probably haven't seen it in the last couple of days. So let me see if I can get this in the trigger. If not, I'll have to go out and just buy another one. Daggone it, these things are expensive too. They're not cheap. They're not like the other lights. But that brings me to something I got to tell you too really quick. So we're going to have a gamer package. Yeah, I think these went out. I'll have to figure that out later on. Yeah, they're out. So yeah, my rail light just went out. I have a rail light down here. A huge, massive rail light that goes all the way from one end to the next, and the rail light just went out. So I'm going to have to basically just order another one and put it in. Because I was not getting enough light pushing off the back, and the rail light really illuminated the screen really good. So I'm gonna have to get another one of those. But really quick, so a lot of people are asking about when we were gonna add LED lights back to the gaming kits. And yeah, so this is what we're doing. All right, so the 1-quart kit, I do like those. Those are fantastic. Those 1-quart kits, because they paint screen sizes of 100 inch to 120 inch. That 120 inch is an amazing good size screen for basic for gaming. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a gamer package kit that's going to come with LED lights, remote control, power cord. I like this particular one because the power cord is already installed into it. The one I have over there, you kind of got to plug it in, which sometimes I don't like too much because if I kick the cord, it comes out. But with this one, everything is all in right here. So this is a kit. This is 16 feet of LED lights in here, 16 feet. That's enough to wrap a 120 inch screen. It comes with the remote control, and it comes with the conjunction box, IR conjunction box, and all the different things you need to take your lights, make a flash, make it like a rave in your living room. And we're going to have that with 1 quart of the screen paint, and it's going to come with a blackout cloth that is going to be 5x7. I'm going to try to get a little bigger than 5x7. My screen just went to freaking sleep mode. Ugh, come out of sleep mode. There we go. Just went to sleep mode for a minute. So we're going to come up with a price for it, and we're going to be shipping those. Like I said, if we get this thing resolved, I'm hoping we get this thing resolved, because I do want to start ship. I want to ship overseas, but like I said, we'll see what happens from there. Until then, yeah. So we'll have the. I'm not gonna say too much about shipping, but shipping in the United States is always gonna be free. We always ship in the United States for free, regardless. But that's gonna be the package deal. So it's gonna come with 1 quart. It's gonna come with the blackout cloth, and it's gonna come with free LED lights. That deal is going to be starting. Let's see, Monday. Yeah, I think Monday it's gonna start. It's gonna start the day after the 1 gallons actually cancel out. 1 gallon. Keep in mind that 1 gallon kit is going to be expiring on Sunday. So that expires on Sunday. And then on Monday, we're going to bring out the gamer package, because people have been asking about these LED lights. LED lights, they want to be able to do their own gaming room that way. They want to set lights up in there. And, you know, that's what we want to do. We're going to give you the ability to be able to paint the screen in, add LED lights to your setup. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just have a ball with it. Keep in mind, because it comes to the blackout cloth, if you don't want to paint it on the blackout cloth, you can paint it directly to the wall. That's what I did, because there is no way in the world. Look at the size of my screen. So I paint mine on the wall because I didn't have much of a choice. But if you don't want to paint on the wall, it does come with a blackout cloth surface. Very easy to build the frame. As a matter of fact, I have a demonstration I did live where I actually built the screen from scratch, starting with the wood, the brackets, stapling it down to the frame, coating it, and then doing a demonstration off of it while the frame is still wet. So I'll post that at the bottom. If you're curious how to build a frame or how to design it, I actually did the entire thing. Not build the frame and staple the material and just show you the screen without the projector hitting it. No, building the entire thing from scratch, painting it, and showing you the demonstration with the projector. So I gotta start posting that on how-to. We're gonna get a how-to page on our website so we can put stuff on there and show you how to build different frames and stuff. Let me show you what's going on downstairs. Any more to the website. It's been converted over. We got a business line now. Let me show you my business line. Woohoo! So there's my business line set up right there. Comcast came and installed our business line. So now we have a professional number. I can't show you all this right here. I gotta move this as personal information. There's a phone right there. So we got a new phone put in professionally. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. There's a phone call to say that we're monitoring. So we're listening for training purposes or whatever. Yeah, I got one of those bad boys installed in. And my personal number, which I had on the website, has been changed. So if you've been trying to reach me on that number and you have not been able to, it was removed and it was changed for security purposes. Due to the fact that we have individuals out there that refuse to grow up. They refuse to. So, like I said, I should have did this a long time ago. Number one, due to the fact, keep in mind, you can still talk to me because on that number, it will actually transfer you over directly to me. Keep in mind that phone call, if you're going to call and do something stupid, that particular line I have set up is monitored. So I wouldn't do that if I were you. I'm going to say anything dumb or stupid because it's a monitor call. All right, let's go downstairs. Keep in mind, we don't take any credit cards or any transactions over the phone. We don't do that. I had customers contact me and say, well, can't you take my credit card number over the phone? Nope, we don't do that. It has to be done through the website because the website is encrypted. That server that you go through is an encrypted server. I don't see your information, only you see your information. That's why it's designed that way. And that's why we do not take credit card numbers over the phone and never will. They all have to be done through the website. All right, so let's show you the project we're working on today down here. If you notice, everything is stripped. This screen right here is going out there on the deck. So I got to take out the lights in the back because they're not weatherproof. So these are all got to be stripped out to the back. So what's going to happen in here? Well, I got to thinking last time. I was like, okay, look, once I finish this screen, I got to still put in I had to putty all this up. So putty and sand all the holes. There were holes in here and there were holes over here. I had to come down and sand all this down so it was nice and smooth. And then I go down to Lowe's or Home Depot, take a chip of the paint, scrape it off, take it down to have them analyzed and make the exact same paint and paint over this, put it right back to where it was. So what's going to go here? It's still going to be a movie screen here, but it's going to be different. Instead of me going out and running the curtain rod all the way from here to here and all this other stuff I got to go through and anchor in the screen, I thought, why don't I build me a frame that has everything all in one? And I mean all in one. We're going to build a nice little antique frame. It's going to have some hand carved. You know, when you get the crown molding, like crown molding, they may have like, you have this in your house, like a pretty kind of crown molding, the designs that they have. I'm going to make it look like a vintage, old-fashioned 1920 screen. And instead of the screen being a, instead of the frame being a kind of a black or whatever, I'm going to make it a mahogany, kind of like a cherry oak mahogany, something that like with a lot of kind of wood grain to it. I want to look really old-fashioned. I'm going to put some designs on the side, on the corners. I wanted to make it look like it's really antique, like a really vintage projection screen. Give a little bit of vintage look to it. But when I build the screen, I'm actually going to build a scaffold. It's going to go from here to here. That's going to allow me to be able to have this much of a lip, about that much of a lip hanging out from the actual screen, the frame, and that way I can hang the movie curtains here, and because of the extension, I can hang them there, and then from the top, I'm going to put one of those to come down that to light up in the back that says movies on the top. So I'm going to really hook this thing up. At the bottom, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring out a little bit of a little shelf about that much from the frame coming out here, and we're going to put curtains that are going to run all along here. At the top, where we're going to have a little bit of lip hanging out about right there, we're going to run a nice soft LED light right across the top. It's not going to affect the screen or anything. It's going to give a really old-fashioned kind of vintage look to it. So behind the curtains, we're going to put speakers here. Behind the curtains, we're going to put speakers here. Now this is going to have to be moved over a little bit more over here because I don't have much room for the curtains and the speakers I'm going to put in there. But yeah, when I'm done with it. Now the bottom area down here that's going to be hidden behind the curtain, we're going to put in a shelf that's going to be connected to the bottom of the frame that's going to allow me to attach my sound bar in. So I figure instead of me having these curtains down the bottom, and then I had them, it was just too messy. It was too messy, too much clutter. So we're going to actually design the frame to accommodate everything: speakers, the curtains, the whole 9 yards. And all I have to do is just pick it up, connect it onto the windowsill, and I'm done. So that's the project for this. And this monster, this is the 126 Elite screen, is going to be going for a minute. There we go. We just get the couponing. You have no idea. Look at the couponing. I'll tell you her couponing. A connection issue, and let me go upstairs. There's something right now. We're having internet interference downstairs. We never had that down here. These are what clothes I'm washing for the day. I gotta wash my clothes, put in laundry right now, wash them up. You can change the lights to any color you want. So anything you can do in flash, I'll show you real quick. Like, why is he showing us his girlfriend's shampoos and stuff? There's bags that laying around. I got about 14, 15 tubes of toothpaste, man. The freak I'm doing all that space. All right, let me see over here. So right here, let me see if I can find. Oh, here's the remote control right here. All right, so I can change my lights at will. These are all the colors that you get. So I'm going to change them to red. Change them all to red. Let me take the lights out here. Change them to red. You can brighten them up. See how they brighten up? Or you can dim them. Make them bright. Like I said, you have change them different colors. Oh, that's a pretty that's a nice blue. That's a real nice blue. These too can be changed too. These are different. These can be changed. But you can change any color you want. Or if you want the party scene, they'll change. That's the fade in and fade out. So fade in and fade out will slowly change to another color like a pulse. It'll change from one color to another. It'll just pulse. This is called jump. I usually put this effect on if I'm doing Street Fighter or something like that. That one had that kind of arcade kind of style look to it. So yeah, you can change them out to any color you want. You know what I mean? Put them in green. So yeah, white or different colors, pink, whatever. However way you want to put it, you can change it to whatever you want. I just usually have mine in blue because I kind of favor that color. I like blue. Oh, it did trigger. There it is. That's the LED light I told you. That's the massive LED light down there. It does work. Oh man, I'm so happy because I did not want to pay for another one of those things. That thing was not cheap. It was not cheap at all. Let's see if I can transfer that one to blue. That's the giant LED light over there. There it is right there. See it? It runs from there to there. That's huge. This thing is huge. It goes from here to here. That thing was not cheap. See if I can get it back to blue. Nope. All right, let me just bring back to blue. I'll figure out how to get that one out of red. See how bright that thing is? That thing is like super bright. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a LED light package for you. So in the LED light package, I think we might have two. I think we'll have two LED light gamer packages. Now, all right, here's the kicker. It's gonna be a Supreme 8, but it's gonna be an advanced version of a Supreme 8, which means we're going to basically do some things to it that's gonna make it a little bit different than a Supreme 8. But to keep in mind, this is a gaming package, all right? Of course, we got to advance the coding just a little bit more because we're going to be doing something different with this kit. So, like I said, and it's going to have a different name. It's going to have the Supreme 8, but it's going to have like something like some form of advanced kind of name to it. But it's going to be different. These are gamer packages. So I think we're probably going to do somewhere between 1 quart and 2 quarts. If we do 2 quarts, let me put it on the top of the screen. Actually, there's multiple. You can go to Amazon and get them. There's multiple, and keep in mind, they're not cheap anymore. They used to be 13 and 14 bucks. Not anymore. I paid for these right here. I paid $38 for 3 of them. So you can get $38 for 3 of them. Some places will call you 40. Some places will call you 60. You see this rail light that I have in here? This is a big one. So that big bright one I had down in there, that was $200 for that light right there. It runs from here to here. It cost me for that light right there. That's a different than these. See how brighter it is than these are? That's a different one. Those are the ones they use for patios and outside. That thing's completely waterproof. You can submerge it and it will not basically short out. They're made for outside. I bought one of these inside. That was $200 just for that strip. But you can get them on Amazon. If you decide you want to go outside the box and get them yourself from Amazon, they'll cost you around like $30-something, about $38, $40. Now, how are we going to do it and pack them in there for you? Well, I got a wholesale license. I can go right over to the distributor that actually has these lights and actually give them my business tax ID number and my wholesale distributor number, and I can get one of their catalogs and I can get those lights for pretty much next to nothing. That's how we're able to go in and give you free stuff, because we just use our we use the tax ID license, or we use basically our wholesale distributor license. And we just go in there and we just basically contact the company and say, hey, look, I'd like to get one of your catalogs. Because they have certain catalogs that they had. They had the catalogs that you guys get that will have the original pricing. And then for us who have a wholesale license, we get a certain catalog that shows, okay, this is what y'all pay and this is what we pay. We get them for cheaper. So that's where I go in and buy bulk from them. And then what I'll do is I'll package those in for the customers. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 different gamer packages. We're going to do one with 2 quarts. And one with 1 quart. I'm going to do them both with the, I think the 2 quarts will probably do that with a screen size of, let me see. Because make sure you get a big enough screen size if you're doing this. If you're doing 100 to 120 inch screen, there's no point in packing in a screen size that's 5 by 7. If we do 5 by 7, you're only going to be to get 100 inch out of that. If I do a 6 by 9, a 6 by 9, you would need that to get 120 inch, because 120 inch is 5 feet by 9 feet. So you would need 6 by 9 to do that one. Or we can just do 6 by 10. You actually have to figure out the configuration, what your screen's going to be, have used, you know what I mean? I'll do 6 by 10 because there has to be enough give room in there just in case if you basically cut it wrong. So people do that. I've done it before. I've cut a screen wrong one time before. And because I had enough forgiveness room in there, I was able to basically fix the screen. So I'll figure out the size. We'll put the information down on Monday. We'll start on Monday putting the information down for the gamer kits. And like I said, we're going to do something a little interesting with the coating to allow the, and keep in mind, this is an 8 by itself without that coating. This is an 8 by itself without coating. We're going to put something a little interesting in the coating to boost the package for, it's going to be a gamer package only. Now keep in mind, if you want to watch TV or sports, whatever you want to do with it, you can, because keep in mind, so how the PS4s are now. PS4 and PS5, when I came up, with those of you that are around my age or in my era, gaming systems were just that, a gaming system. There is no freaking Hulu. There is no, what do you call it, apps or chat or none of that nonsense. It was just strictly gaming only. Atari 2600, ColecoVision, Neo Geo, you know what I mean, N64, all that stuff like that, you know what I mean. There was none of that. It was just basically strictly gaming. Now games today have Hulu, they have Crackle, Netflix, Facebook, Twitter, and all that crazy stuff into it. So pretty much it's an entertainment unit. That's what it is. So there's stuff that's going to have to apply for basically, because I use mine. Me and my wife just watching movies on it last night. So we watch Blu-rays and stuff like that off of it. So it has to apply to everything. But I think what I want to do with this gamer package, I want the LED lights is going to be the most important thing. We want to add those LED lights in there. So with the 1 quart, we'll do 16 feet. And then with the 2 quarts, we'll do 32. All right. And we'll add in probably, I got to figure out the sizes. We got to add in with the free blackout cloth surface. That's what I got to add in. We got to figure all that out. We want to give you a big enough surface so you can put in a big enough screen. We don't want you to come up short on the surface. So let me hammer all that out. I got to make some phone calls today, whip out the freaking wholesale license, start calling a couple companies up, see what we can get our hands on. Then we'll set the packages up. Everything should be good by Monday. They will be available on the website. They will come with free shipping. I don't know if they're going to be available overseas. We can't call that one yet, but they will be available. Let's see. That's basically about it. Actually, I'm going to do a gaming screen for myself downstairs. I got one actually. I'll show you my little gaming screen downstairs. I love these lights, man. I'm telling you. These headsets, all this stuff right here, I got this whole package right here for like 50 bucks. This whole package right here. I love the keyboard. Keyboard's fantastic. Got that whole little package right there. But let me show you my little gaming screen downstairs. This is for outside on the deck. So when I go outside on the deck and I want to do a little gaming, I want to drag the giant screen up here. I'm going to show you my other screen right here. I love the screen. I built this yesterday. Check this out. Come on. That's the screen I built yesterday. That's my little screen for gaming. I'm going to show you the back of it. See the brackets? I went out and got them heavy duty brackets, and I actually attached them onto the back of them. And because, you know, usually if you drop screws in these bad boys, they sometimes punch through. So sometimes another trick is to put washers. See the washers, and then drop the screws in. But I got this set up, so if I want to set this up anywhere, if I want to build me a nice little deck and I want to actually drill this down to the deck, I can secure it to the deck if I want to, or I can just set this up outside, or I can just put some sandbags right here and some sandbags right there, or whatever way I want to do it, and then water bottles, whatever, and I can just set it up outside and do my gaming off of it. Just like that. My little screen right there. That's my little gaming screen right there. I think the next one I'm going to build one that's actually transparent. I'm going to do a transparent one so I can set the projector behind it. So if I do one that's transparent, I'll probably do all black, probably all black plexiglass. And what I'll do is I'll get some, now keep in mind, certain plexiglass will crack if you try to, ooh, wait a minute. Idea just popped into my head. Okay. Just something just wild popped in my head. I'm thinking, what if I take that material we use, that wallpaper surface? It's very, very thin, easy to punch holes through, right? And I build me a rear projection screen that's all black, but I can put the projector behind it. Oh, that would be freaking cool. So let me see, hold on. This is what goes on in my brain. This stuff popping off in my head right now. There's the gold screen. Check out the gold screen. This is the screen I actually built this is the screen I built from the ground up. Gotta wash clothes too. There's the gold screens right there. Looking for this. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. I got an idea to work with this. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. Skunks. We got skunks up here like crazy. For a minute, I thought my neighbors were smoking some real serious weed, but it's not. We have skunks up there. You ever smell a skunk? It smells like weed. It does. And I don't smoke weed, but I'm just saying. It smokes like. All right, so you see this right here? This is this is the material we use to make the screens called smoke, right? So we make a coating that if you coat this stuff on any form of plexiglass, it turns to jet black. But you can't see the projector on the other side. Only an image punches through on the other side. So I'm thinking, if I get a surface like this, I build me a frame like this, I can coat this thing black. We have this stuff called invisible black technology. Coat this thing all black, put it against here on the frame, because it's very thin. I can drill right through it without cracking the screen. So I'll drill it here, 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 and I'll basically just lightly Velcro the rest of it in, right? And then from the back, I'll have the brackets here, and then the brackets here. Of course, you can't have that middle piece there because that'll disrupt the picture. And then what I'll do is, from the back of it, because it's just ultra short throw, I'll build me a resting place, like this right here. I'll build me a resting place that stands about right there, and I can set the projector there, punch an image through here, and have it come out through there. Because you can get smaller ultra short throws. I think Sony has one, and Dell has one too. Dell has a small ultra short throw projector too. I think that's what I'm gonna build. Next project. There we go. Next project. So let's see. It's about almost here. Got almost the same size. Perfect. All right. Just gotta. I got two projects that I finished. This one and this one. This would take me about a day to finish. I probably knock them both out in the same day. So I'm gonna turn this one. I'm keeping this one the way it is, but I'm gonna build me another one like this and make it rear projection only. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Woohoo! Things to do, things to do, things to do. So I gotta get cracking. I got laundry to do today. I got the rest of my orders to process for the day, and I have to get ready for the working on the gaming package. I gotta work on the gaming package. Show you real quick. This is my girl's gaming room. Batman fan. Hardcore freaking Batman fan. I'm not a big fan of Batman. I don't care who doesn't like. I can't stand Batman. I don't like Batman. I just don't. And don't get me started on that. I'm a big Superman fan. But anyway, teach his own. Yeah, she's a huge Batman fan. This is her little setup right in here. She wants me to put a screen in here, but I don't even know where to put one at, to tell you the truth. Not enough room in there for a screen in there. I think I'm just giving her the attic. She gets the attic, then at least she can if she gets the attic, then she has a bigger space in the attic. All right, I think I like that. I think I might keep that kind of purplish light in there. Purplish light. All right, so let's get this started. Look at this, man. I freaking love this. My projector, it's like, a lot of people don't realize my projector is not 4K. My projector literally is every projector in here is 720p. There's no 4K projectors in here. That's right there is a 720p projector. And that right there is my 720p projector. See how bright that freaking light is. That light is super bright. And keep in mind, that freaking bar light has no freaking dim on it. So if I put it in blue, it kind of blends in better if I put it in blue. Oh, okay, fish. Oh, the attic with the scary doors? It don't bother her. It freaks me out. I don't like to be up there. I really don't. Because I was debating that, like, how am I going to turn this into a... Mind you, The screen, if I put a gaming room up there, my chair will be facing the back of the freaking scary doors. I don't know. One's in the front. I forgot one's in the front and the back. Yeah, the scary doors. I'm glad you remember that conversation about the attic. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. When we drive up to the house, I'm gonna tell you something. We drive up to the house, right? You can see on the top of the window before we drive up on the driveway. I never look up. I never freaking look up, and I tell you why I don't look up, because I'm scared that I'm going to see a shadow like past the freaking window. I'm a Christian, though. I don't worry about that kind of stuff. But still, come on, man. We've seen enough horror movies to know where the horror begins. It's always in the basement and the attic. It's never in between. Except for it was poltergeist. That was a whole different story. But yeah, man. Yeah, the attic still freaks me out, man. It still freaks me out. I never had an attic in the house before, and it freaks me out. It does. But yeah, attic still freaks me out. Little doors freak me out. I tell you, if I owned this place, what I would do, I would seal those doors up, man. They just freak me out. And they're locked. There's locks on them and everything. But they freak me out. I can put a laser fence up there. That would be nice. All right, so let me get out of here. Like I said, the overseas shipping is not set in stone yet, like I said. And, you know, you can rewind and watch the video to see why we came down, why we're coming down to this decision. Because it's frustrating that I'm trying to tell my customers, look, it takes a while for it to get there. We did provide you a tracking number. It is showing it's in transit. Please be patient. It's going to be there. It's going to be on its way, you know. But you coming in and filing a complaint against me with PayPal saying you haven't received it is really, really wrong when it clearly shows your package is in transit. And like I said, here in the U.S., if I order something overseas, I know it's going to take time to get here. If I have a tracking number, I'm not going to go to the seller and file a complaint against them because it's wrong. I'm going to contact the shipping carrier. I'm going to follow through on the tracking number and information that was provided to me, and I'll take it down that route. And, you know, you keep doing this, and keep in mind, you're filing a complaint against somebody who literally paid for the entire shipping cost of your item to make it to its destination. Keep in mind, it costs me money to make the product. It costs me money to design the product. And then on top of that, I'm paying for shipping for free overseas. So you don't take that in consideration. Instead of coming at me, you need to just go to the carrier. Talk to the carrier. You have tracking information. Don't come at me like this and say, hey, look, it's your fault because I don't have the ability to time travel, take your package and push it faster to its destination. I don't have that ability. Once it leaves from us, it is in the hands of the carrier. I can never understand that sometimes. How, and anybody's ever sold before and been to this before, that they will label you as it's your fault because it hasn't reached its destination on time. Do I own freaking UPS or FedEx or any one of those companies? No, I don't own them. I provide you with shipping and tracking information. That is my job. That's what I gave to you. And your job is to follow up on it. That's why we give you the tracking and information. How are you coming at me as if I'm the bad guy? So I don't know. I don't get that part. So, sorry, it has to come down to this, but we can't continue to lose money on overseas orders. And we make more money within the U.S. than we make overseas. So something's going to have to go. Like I said, as for the distributorship contracts that are already set, we have obtained 2 yesterday for the gold technology. That screen. They're only interested in that screen only. They're going to ship worldwide. That's their business. We have no control over that at all whatsoever. Wherever they want to ship to is them. They can deal with it on their end. How they deal with it, that's them. Which we did put that in our contract too. That we're not responsible for anything else. That's between them and them. All right. Let me get out of here. Let me start getting ready to get these packages ready for the new gaming packages, which I can't wait. I think I'm gonna have to redo my screen because I want that coding on my screen. It's really beautiful. I want it on here. Also, too, the 1 gallon is going to expire on Sunday, so we will no longer have that anymore. The 1 gallon promotional kit. Those of you, keep in mind, I don't want anybody thinking, oh, because I'm overseas, I ordered from them. Are they going to ship it? Yes, your package is going to be shipped. The minute that item, basically, that transaction goes through on our shopping cart, we honor that agreement. It will be shipped out, and I will pay for your shipping for free, as I always have. So that's a done deal. Anybody who's actually done orders already, don't worry about it. Your packages are shipping out. We do this all the time. Your packages, even if we change a promotional deal, and if you have, if your promotional deal hasn't shipped out yet, we still honored it. Even if the deal is over, it still ships out. with no problem. All right, gotta go. Thank you all for your time. God bless. I'll be back on probably later on with some information on the gamer packages that we will have available. I'm watching my security camera switch from night mode into morning mode. But yeah, I'll have that information. And those who want to contact us, we will be supplying our new business contact numbers. They'll be available on the website. All right, gotta go. Thank you all for your time. God bless.